perspective, your colleague there used the word belief, right? Now, I don't think it's a question of belief. I think it's more a question of there's facts and science, yeah? But if you...
Mate, can we take you outside to speak to you? Is that alright? Just we'll speak to you outside so we'll record the scene.
That's a bit late for that, isn't it?
Well, we're here to deal with it, aren't we? So come outside, mate, so we're not in the shop and everyone's looking at us, and we'll speak to you outside, that's alright. No, I'm asking you to come outside, and if you don't, because I'm asking you to come outside, and if you don't listen, I'm going to tell you. So just, do you want to come outside? Mate, do you want to come outside for me? Everything's being recorded. Stop causing a scene.
We'll all identify ourselves.
Come outside, and we'll speak about it outside. Do you want to bring your stuff that you purchased outside as well?
I'm trying to purchase it. They won't take money.
Alright, leave it there then and come outside for me.
I'm going to take me then. I'll just leave the money because all the staff have actually refused to take the money off me. I'll try to go through the back of the machines and he wants me back.
Yeah. Just come outside for us then, mate. Leave it there.
Whoa, slow down. Slow down. Alright, slow down. Okay. Everything's fine. Relax.
No, you're the one that's causing the scene. I'm politely asking you to come outside. And you're not...
You know you're in contravention of the COVID legislation. So let's go outside, let's talk about it.
Come on.
I'm in Constable 8279.
We'll write them all down for you, it's fine. It's all recorded on the body cam. So come outside and we'll give you our collar numbers.
8279. Are you going to give me a name?
I don't need to give you my name, mate.
I appreciate that, but it would be quite gentle.
I'll write the names and collar numbers down when we get outside and I'll pass them to you. It's all recorded, I'll do it for you. No, come outside for us, mate.
You're going to hide behind your uniform and you're going to hide your face.
Why are you being...
8279. So immediately claims...
Mate, come outside, I'm going to have to take you outside.
In contravention...
Bottom there?
Of COVID legislation.
Yeah.
No, come on.
I'm going to...
Right.
Slow down.
No, you listen to me, listen to me. You've got two options. You come outside and speak to us, or you get arrested for preventing breach of the peace, and we take it outside. I'd rather go down the route where you come outside yourself.
Right, okay. Right, so let's go outside.
No,
There's the money. Won't be dinner.
Just come outside. Hey, come outside, come on.
I'll be back for that in a minute.
You won't. Just stand here for us.
Is that an order?
It is, yeah. I'm telling you.
So
come over here.
Where's the van?
Come and stand by the van before I put you in the van.
Right. He seems alright. He seems quite calm. You're halfway. This fella is on mission.
No, he's not.
I'm not.
I don't want to speak to you anymore.
He's coming. No, he's
I'm not
coming.
speaking to him.
Well, you don't get a choice. You don't get a choice.
No, he's not. He's trying to escalate. That's what he's trying to do. I can see it in his eyes.
What he said is, if you don't come out, you're arrested for breach of peace.
Now you're outside.
Alright. So
Now I'm asking you to come over here to speak to us, where we can speak out the way.
Alright. I've already been handled, by the way. So,
Right. We've been caught.
I think I'll just do the other actually.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, issue. You don't want to? Okay, what I'll do is, £3 there. I'll show body cam on. Everyone else still got theirs on. I'm not even sure of your name, but £3, you've left it there. What I'll do is, I'll book it in the Marsh Lane Cop property, okay? I'll just get an evidence back, pop it in. Here you go, mate, got one.
Right. Are you going to come over to the van and speak to us?
No.
No. I'm going to need your name and date of birth.
Nice
Right,
try,
listen. Just stop walking away, because I'm speaking to you. I'm going to need your name and date of birth. You're going to... I'm going to explain that to you now. Do you want to come over here where no one's watching, or do you want me to do it in front of everyone?
I'm not going near your van, no.
Okay. I need your name and date of birth because you've gone into the store without wearing a mask. You've told the staff you know you should be wearing a mask and you're not exempt. Is that the case?
3926 claims that I know... What was it? Repeat that for me. I know I should be wearing a mask.
You've got...
Say again, look. Why want it? I can do it some backup, like.
Listen.
Looks like I'm about to get twisted up here.
Well, if you carry on behaving like you are and don't give me your details, you will be.
What am I behaving like?
Correct.
Refusing to give me details.
Why do I have to give you
Because you've committed an offence by going in a store not wearing a mask under the COVID legislation, which you know you should be wearing a mask.
What legislation is that?
You've been speaking to staff talking about COVID not being real.
What legislation says?
How are you being childish?
I'm being childish.
You are.
I'm not, mate.
Because you're not listening to me and let me try and explain why we've been called.
So I'm the child, you're the adult,
and
now, is what you say.
And how we're going to deal with it.
How are we
So-
going to deal with it?
Well,
What's the problem?
the problem is we've been called because you're in there without a mask.
right?
The staff have said you push past them to get in the store when you're being told you're not allowed in.
Not true.
Well, that's what they're telling us.
Okay, and,
Okay.
and you're acting on the assumption of what they've said is true, are you?
I'm acting on the information they've given me.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So at the minute,
Have you done any investigation to determine whether they've...
listen, there's two ways we can deal with it. You can give me your name and date of birth.
No, it made you not get...
I'll record it. If you don't give me your name and date of birth, you could potentially be arrested, and that's how it will go.
Fine, nick me then. You're not getting your
Arrested.
name, so if what you're saying is you're going to nick me if I don't give you my name, you might as well do it right now because I'm not
Okay.
giving you it, so nick
So
me.
my intention is to give you a fixed penalty for going into that store without wearing a mask. Okay. If you don't give me your name and date of birth, I've got an arrest necessity to arrest you to establish your name and address.
Nick me.
Okay. So you want to be arrested for going there without wearing a mask?
I'm telling you that you're not getting your name, so that's what I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm not going to resist, so there's no need to start like...
it doesn't have to go like that, though, does it?
Peacefully, no problem at all. We'll have the conversation down the top shop if that's what we have to do. It's a very important conversation. In my view, it needs to be had because this is wrong.
But
I've come to Tesco to buy myself a button for me dinner.
yeah,
Look where we are.
we're here because of your behaviour towards the staff.
There's no behaviour towards
No,
the staff.
it
You
is.
saw what my behaviour was like when you walked in the shop. I was having a nice... We were actually having a good conversation, to be honest.
Being asked by security not to go in, not wearing a mask, you can see that.
Have we been asked? I'm saying that. Repeat the question.
You're being told you can't go in there.
Got a mask under their nose.
They asked me to put one on, yeah.
Yeah, and you ignored that and you still went in, didn't you?
Not quite. It wasn't quite that simple, no.
But when you have ignored them, you have gone in, haven't you?
It wasn't quite that simple, no. No, what I told them was that as far as I'm concerned, Tesco's policy does not supersede my civil liberties under UK law. That's what I said, right? In spite of that, they said that I couldn't come in, and they do phone the police. Okay, so I said that's fine. I won't make entry to the shop, right? I'll wait for the police to come, and I'll have that conversation with them because my belief is that when the police get here, they'll be better informed about my rights under the law than you. Right? You're misinterpreting the law. I'm not subject to Tesco's policy. We'll have that conversation with the police.
Okay.
That's because you are subject to their policy,
That's
aren't you?
incorrect. It's incorrect.
That's
They have
not-
no contract with Tesco.
Well, you go in there on their terms, and they say who's allowed in that shop or
Yeah,
not.
that's fine, but their policy does not supersede my civil rights,
No,
liberties
but-
under UK
but
law, does it,
they have
Constable?
the right to not
Isn't that
serve
right,
you.
Constable?
The colleague speaking to you.
They have the right to not serve you, though, don't they? If you're not complying with their
Yeah, but
policy...
they do, but they don't have the right to discriminate against me for
They're
my
not
beliefs, do they?
discriminating.
Well, have you exempt from wearing a mask? Is the reason why you can't wear a mask? Well, it makes us understand why you're not wearing one, doesn't
I'm
it?
trying to have a conversation with everybody. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. That is exactly the point. It's exactly the point. Yeah.
So why have you come in today without a mask?
To buy a sandwich for me dinner.
Okay, and they quite rightly said, because it's their choice if they don't want to serve you when you're not wearing a mask, isn't it?
Well, it's their choice. It's their choice not to serve you. That's an individual choice. Absolutely, yeah. I don't believe that it's Tesco's policy.
No,
right?
you can disagree with it, but
Yeah.
it's their right to not serve you, and that's what's happening.
It is, but it's not their right to discriminate against me for getting for my beliefs, is it?
But it's not discrimination. They're following government legislation that anyone who goes into a shop.
But they think they'd be allowed to have a policy that they could serve Muslims.
But obviously not. It's completely different.
This is public health. That's the issue.
Am I entitled to my beliefs on it?
Of course you are, but you're entitled to not go
Are they
into the shop.
entitled to do that? Yeah, I mean, I don't feel that intimidated, honestly. It's quite comical, but anyway, I can see how somebody else might
Well, did anyone force you to go into the shop there then?
force me to go in.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's another thing.
So you had a choice to go in, and you chose to go in, and they're choosing not to serve you.
That's fine. Well, we saw what happened. I tried to purchase me dinner, yeah?
And they had the choice to not serve you.
That's fine, you refused to take the money off me, right? And what I should add here, which is the really, really sad part about this, is I've been coming in here for a very long time. I know a few of these staff quite well. I've just said to Lynn there, who, how many times I've been through that, maybe I'll switch right here.
It's alright, mate.
And I'm just going to grab a drink from my van, I'll be back, is that alright?
Mate, can I just explain to you? Just, if you're on 2 metres, you stay there and I'll stay here. Right, we're being called because the staff have asked you to not go in without wearing a mask. The reason we come here so quickly is because they've said you're being aggressive. Whether that's true or not, that's what they've told us.
I mean, that, right, see right there, okay? But, you know, if I was you, if I was doing your job, right, and you came here on the staff's claim that I was being aggressive, right, and I went in there and I did my due diligence as a police constable and discovered that at no point was I aggressive, I would consider that to be a gross waste of police time to use a lie, and it's an out-and-out lie, right? And I think you know that, because I can tell by your face, because you saw the conversation I was having this in there. That was the tone. That was the tone. That was the level. No, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. If they've just phoned and said I'm being aggressive, that's a waste of police time, mate. And you know what you should do?
That's what they've told us.
Well, right. So
but I'm not here to deal with you because you're being aggressive. I'm here to deal with you because apparently you pushed past him wearing no mask.
That's not true at all, right? The reason I ended up in that shop is because I stood there and waited for you fellas, right? Then I had a conversation with the security guard.
Look, mate, you know how many people go through these doors every single day, don't you? There must be hundreds of thousands of people who go through these doors on a weekly basis. There's people who work in there. Are quite likely exposed to COVID on a regular basis. You know
that there's a massive assumption, but carry on.
Well, it's not an assumption.
It is.
It's backed up by science. It's backed up by legislation the government have put in place.
I mean,
you come on, mate. You know as well as I do that people have been hospitalised with COVID, and that people are vulnerable to it, and they have people who don't even live here, who are their families, who are also vulnerable to it.
You know,
all they're asking you to do, mate, is to put on a mask. Just guarantee the people who work in their safety, just to help mitigate any kind of circumstances that they're coming in contact with COVID.
All right, I appreciate.
And those people, mate, they're not on loads of money, are they?
That's a Tuesday. He's not giving me his name at the day today. I was going to give him a ticket. Ask him to put on the log so we can just...
There's a million assumptions that you're working on there. I mean, one of the claims you just made by...
I'll say it's fine. Then if you can identify him by a picture, and picture,
I'll give him one.
that way.
Yeah.
There we go. So, cool.
Mark Bradshaw, 26.
Is there only one?
That's the conversation. That's the conversation I was having with the manager there, right? When you walked in, right? Because this whole thing is based on. I honestly don't. I'm doing it to be facetious. I honestly don't care. I'm so crazy. Like, I don't care. Honestly, in fact, the closer the better. Quite frankly, like, because it's more personal then. Anyway, right? So that's the conversation I was having over there when I walked in. Right? Is on this thing.
I've got him, so we can have one in the steward.
Very good.
Like, is some kind of guarantee or some kind of safety net. You know what I mean? If anything, in my view, right? If anything, what it does is lulls people into a false sense of security, and then what happens is, right, is that they start to make mistakes in regard to.
What's the address on the thing for that?
It's
Thank God he's known.
11 Palmer Close in Trenton. Do you want the postcode instead?
Still
there now? Doing the last.
Yeah, just see.
I'm never coming. I know, but I haven't come in to abuse them
about their health, but you are abusing them by refusing to wear a mask and
I disagree, man. I disagree.
And to consider how they feel. And they have a right. They interact with the public on a daily basis, all the time, mate. And all it is a bit of consideration and a bit of just decent manners to put a mask on and consider that they actually may be prepared to. They're worried about their health. They're not only worried about their health, but also the people they live with. They might be living.
What's the log number? He's having a fire, mate. His attitude's disgusting.
He'll get it now. I'm not going to worry for it.
They've effectively made a false allegation.
What's this false allegation?
That I was being aggressive.
But if they've told you not to come in, mate, if they've told you not to come in, and you've ignored that, and you've wandered into the store...
I didn't ignore it. I didn't ignore it. What I said to it was, it's my belief
and if
that...
I was a security guard,
it's my belief that those claims don't supersede my civil rights of the UK law. And also, they don't have the... It's against the law for them to discriminate against me on the basis of my beliefs, right? And the security guard there, his view of the situation was that the fact that I didn't want to wear a mask was as a consequence of my personal beliefs, right? So we accepted in the moment.
insured too there as well.
Yeah.
You've got to register to address anyway, so.
Whoa.
Lavin Farmer, Farmer Boat, and then...
So what's his Mark? What's it, Mark?
Bradshaw, 26,976.
I don't believe in the efficacy of masks because of prevention of the spread of
Okay.
virus.
19.
Yeah,
And that's based on
yeah,
science.
both.
Yeah.
Register and insured, yeah.
Right, Mark. Okay.
Well done.
Now, listen. Now's your opportunity to give me a reason why you couldn't wear a mask in there. Have you got a medical reason why you couldn't wear a mask in there?
Am I obliged to give you a medical reason why?
Well, at the end of the day, the attitude, your attitude towards COVID legislation, your attitude towards us and the staff, you've committed an offence, you can't be educated, they've tried to explain everything, which you won't listen to.
Yeah.
So there's no option for me to issue you a fine, okay, for not wearing a face covering in the shop. Everything's recorded on our camera.
You're just on a totally different level than you fellas, isn't
No,
it?
I'm not. This is how it's going. Because the way we work is, if you can speak to people, try and educate you and see if you understand why you are breaking legislation. But it's quite obvious you can't be taught and you can't be educated. No, you can't.
Is that your job now, is it? I thought your job
no,
was
the steps that we take before we issue someone with a fine, and you can't listen or be educated before we give you a fine at this point. So you're going to be issued with a fine for not wearing a face cover in the shop. Do you understand that?
Excuse me, fella. Can I just get your collar? Is that all right?
People don't just get given fines straight away. If people can see where they're going wrong.
People don't get fines straight away.
When people don't listen to us and can't be educated, and
Wow.
that's how it works. There's a process we go through.
Right, okay, so here's what's happened is, right, yeah, me and the staff have had quite a nice discussion about the ins and outs of all this stuff, and, we all know you can stand here talking about it all day long, and probably just end up going away, not the fucking mind, pardon me French, sorry, I'm trying to swear. I've tried to exercise my civil liberties under UK law. I was hoping that when you fellas got here that you would defend that. That hasn't been the case. So you've asked me to leave, and I've left. Alright? So, what's your problem now, mate?
Our problem is the behaviour and attitude towards the staff.
What behaviour, what was my behaviour and attitude towards the staff?
Going in not wearing a mask. It's quite clear you should be. So that's why you're being given a fine. Okay, I've explained that to you.
Right. I'd rather have me booking, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but I'd rather not book in, you have to come all the way back over.
Yeah, good man.
Do you define yourself as white British, Mark?
Check this.
You can do it, Mark.
Do you define yourself as white British?
Say again, over.
Do you define yourself as white British?
No comment. I don't really know my voice, but listen, honestly.
Okay,
Right.
well, you're gonna be reported for a fine for entering a building without wearing a mask. So
You gents.
you do not have to say anything. May army defence, you're not mentioning now something which you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
He's given you what you haven't wanted. He's tried to talk you around to see if you say, listen, hold your hands up, I apologise, or I won't do it again. Therefore, sometimes we don't have to give back. But because you continue, he said,
I'll defend this. Metaphorically speaking,
that's your choice, mate.
Yeah.
Of course, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you will when you
Yeah, it's you know what, right, the way the world is at the minute, I think it's basic civil liberty, right, considering that we're supposed to live in a democratic sort of nation, right, it's the hot issue of the moment, and that's what this is about, in my view, right, that's what this is about. This is about whether or not I've got a few fans here.
I will tell you what he said.
This to use.
No, to
me. We've got it even now. You've got one, I've got one. Honestly, that's what I genuinely believe. This is a civil liberties issue, like, and I think,
Mark, well versed in what you're saying about it being a civil liberties issue. I've seen it myself, things like that. But you do have to understand and respect the views of the people who work in that thing.
I know, but only as much as they're prepared to respect mine, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Two-way street, isn't it?
They've got a bit.
but that could cause an injury. What's the deadline is? What you're looking for all that's what I'm it's still an injury if someone doesn't do it. And if they did do something about that, then what does that do? Same thing.
I get it. Well, I disagree. You know what? Well, like,
The only advice I'd give you, Mark, is like, I see a point, I agree with it.
I'm not thinking that's Tesco. In fact, I haven't come here to do that. Straight away. I think, yeah. I'm surprised.
We're lucky we have, to be honest.
I think, honestly, I'm getting to the point where I think that's failed. I think this now, honestly, genuinely, is up to us. Right?
What's the address?
Over the water, then you evidently do not have my address.
That's fine.
But nice try. Yeah, you know, I don't think it's that important.
I'll wait till I get back. Still
I
give you the address.
think the Democrats...
I'll wait till I get back.
I think that's why we're here. You know what I mean? So I think it's up to us, all of us, including you, fella. You know, I'm not a big fan of your energy, man. But you know, you're the victim of this, like we all are. You know what I mean? And honestly, we're supposed to be on the same side, but you know, we really are. Like,
Well, unfortunately, when legislation's passed, we have to enforce it. Well, it is. Well, legislation comes out and it's a police matter. We've got to deal with it. That's what I'm saying. So when we come...
What you swearing out? What's your oath?
Well, it's to protect the public and all that, isn't it? It's all that, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know, it was 4.5 years ago, I can't remember. What I'm saying is, if legislation gets passed, it's a police matter, we have to deal with it. And unfortunately, when I've tried to explain to you and speak to you, yeah, and I've told you how it's being dealt with. It's not that, is it? Because you wouldn't give me a name, you wouldn't give me a name, you wouldn't be educated, and you wouldn't listen to what I was trying to say. But it is, before I make a decision to fine you, it is, and you could be educated. Well, I don't know, because we weren't here, were we?
So it's gone. The customer is out of the store.
Yeah, but there's still legislation that we have to follow up and speak to you about. Okay. Mark, you're free to go, expect something in the post, okay? If you send it, it's £200 fine. If you pay it off within 14 days of receiving it, you get knocked down to £100 fine. And that's how it works, okay? Okay, have a nice day.
Cheers, fellas. Thank you.